The violence is real. It's not a matter of not being real. It is real.
But this city right here is the future of gangbanging, the way I see it. It's gonna be violence anywhere you go, since Cain killed Abel. In the Bible, you know what I'm saying? Your chances is 50-50 right there, either being a murderer or the murderer. If I go shaking, this motherfucker gonna fall. We just tearing up shit till it fall. Yeah. That's it.
That's how I roll in my head, do dope. When the will I got wanting competition ain't dope. Beat you, break you, broke you, smoke you, take you, send you to your little group on mute. Sooner or later, he wanna flip, tell him full, send me half with a dip. And all that other Ringling brother shit. Sporty, naughty, hop out, greater than HOI shit. Slam the flim, flam, and then jam. You can run, but you can't hide, you can't go far. No matter where you go, there you are. We got it right, we got it bad, we got it wrong, we got it bad, we got it right.
Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days when I was young.
Violence, frankly, is violence in the home. I think if you have domestic violence, you're much more likely to have it in society. And children who grow up, for instance, being abused in the home are more likely to take it out on society.
It's individual, starting with kids, like when you know these young girls having kids, young guys having kids. You got to start right at that time because you're setting the stage for what they're going to grow up to be when they get 7, 14. And by the time they get 7, 6, these kids carry guns to school right now. I would not give none of these youngsters a hard time now. When they stare at you hard, you got to let them do it now. These kids have no concept of a life right now. So how can you argue and fight with somebody who doesn't even, in their mind, is not even thinking that's something to be, tripping off of and getting scared of. In the old days when I was in junior high, in high school, there's a problem at a fight. Now these little kids will shoot you fast, man. Trust me, and I recommend anybody, if they look at you funny or they want to say, just let them do it and just continue on, because, and stuff is real crazy. It's crazy. It's real crazy. We had 16-year-old girls that was pregnant, 13-year-old girls that was pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Now, they haven't even experienced life yet, so what can they tell their child? They ain't gonna be able to tell their child anything, because they haven't experienced anything. What gets pregnant? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I see that as a problem when young people are raising babies.
If you're a single mom or a single dad trying to hold a family together with a business level job, okay, you're really not going to have a lot of time to make sure that your kid does his homework at night, that he has a quiet place to study, that he gets up in the morning and has a good breakfast, you monitor his progress in school and all that kind of stuff.
When parents are struggling to put food on the table or to pay the bills, that automatically causes a lot of stress. And the kids feel that same stress, and the parents react perhaps in a violent way because, when you can't do anything else, you kick the cat or you kick the kid. And then this is the type of environment that children grow up in. And they tend to respond the same way when they get stressed and frustrated and relating to their peers or to teachers or other adults, people in general.
And kids just see a dead end. And they do see the numbers of black and brown males in our jail system. And some kids are, third and fourth generation of people whose relatives have just been in jail. It's sort of like, they can start with, if they're in gang families, that's where they know they're going to be going. That's the path that they see. Those are the role models that they hang with.
What about why you got the attitude of killing all the time? That's how I was brought up. That's the way he was brought up. You talk something. That's the way I was brought up. I mean, if a motherfucker do something wrong to me, you either whoop his ass or you smoke him. So if you whoop his ass, he gonna come back and smoke you. That's what my mama told me. Because our father like mine, you know what I'm saying? Mine sitting right over there doing the same shit he was doing when I was born. What's that? Shooting that shit up his bloodstream. Oh, you know, I know. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's my example. I gotta look at him and be like, well, damn, I gotta do something better than that.
Me, I guess, it starts at home. You know what I'm saying? Pops at the house. Sometimes kids not raised around with a lot of mothers and a lot of fathers. No father figures, no, the right type of father and mother figures. So they go their own way. And they figure it's all about survival, so they gotta do what they gotta do. I mean, if I did something that I'm 39 when I was 10 years old and having, you know, been born and raised in Pasadena and still live in Pasadena, I would have had a problem because somebody on the street would have seen me and they'd have done something to correct that behavior. And then when I got home, my parents would have already received the call, but then I would have got it again when I got home. You don't have that anymore. Now, for the most part, you have, if you are lucky to have both parents at home, most likely both of them are working. So there's no supervision. Once that child comes home, what do? Watch TV, go outside, play, hang out, and that's how they get caught up in this gang activity that leads to them ultimately or inevitably being downstairs in our jail. The kids will bring in guns to school like number 2 pencils. I don't think the school curriculum attracts the youth. I think they need to really look at the curriculums within the schools. I think a lack of education contributes to violence, most definitely. I think not knowing about a person's cultural background also contributes to violence. Yes. Like I learned about the Asians, because I always wondered why I would hold my hand out and the Asian lady would put the change on the counter and not in my hand, you know what I'm saying? And that was disrespectful to me. But then after talking to some Asian people, not like right then, but on the long way down, when I was talking to them, they told me that in the presence of a man, an Asian woman never touches another man's hand. So now I understood that. So now I can scoop my change off the counter because I understand if she can't touch mine, yeah, that's part of her culture. That's the type of education that I'm talking about. Is just learning about everybody else.
All of the statistics prove that your education, you know, is highly linked to the amount of money you're able to make in this society. Then the fact would be that the more money you make, okay, the more time you have, the more likely you're able to monitor and encourage your kids to school.
When I grew up, you know, what I see right now, you know what I'm saying, that nobody don't care no, because they ain't got the education like people going to college and stuff like that. Look, they see that, you know, but they know ain't no hope for that. Because they lost them when they was young, you know what I'm saying, and just don't keep them going. What they've been doing, what they've been raised upon.
I look at schooling and the people that are miseducated, misconnected with, not connected with, not respected, not understood. Therefore, they don't learn the way they should. They don't learn what they should. So they come out in, 5th grade like, I'm not going to make it.
Television, the drug of our nation, breeding ignorance and feeding radiation. On television, the drug of the nation, breeding ignorance and feeding radiation. TV, its satellite links, our United States of unconsciousness. Apathetic, therapeutic, and extremely
the media too, how they blow things up out of proportion, exactly, newspapers. So there's some incidents and things that happen that I've seen, and I see it written up the next day. And not what happened at all. Stuff like that blows it up. And you go to, nothing is 100% one person's fault or one thing's fault. Then you can go to videos, stuff like that. Trust me, man, that's a big influence right there. The way this society has gotten so twisted and fixed around that negatives are a positive and positives are like signs of weaknesses sometimes. And people don't want to hear all that, I don't know, granted, there's stuff happening every day out there, and it's hard. And I know, man, I know. But when it's portrayed on TV, that gives it the okay that it might need in somebody's mind who might not be mentally as strong. The stuff is kind of reckless, it's out of control a little bit.
Well, where media fits in is that they continually report on violent activity, which is scary to begin with, but then they also use violence as a form of entertainment, which is even scarier to me because I've met enough young people in poor neighborhoods where if you're around it excessively, you become numb to it, and you no longer maintain some degree of outrage that another murder occurred in your neighborhood. You're not outraged by somebody firing their M1 machine gun in the air at night. You're not outraged because somebody is beating up their wife next door to you, therefore you don't call the police. The media needs to accept the responsibility that they're sending all these messages that violence is entertaining. And I'll say that even though they have a First Amendment right to report, and I don't know if that'll ever change, obviously it won't in this country, that the media ought to use a little more restraint in using violence as a form of entertainment.
A story is a story is a story, and the more sensational it is, the juicier it is, the more they like to work on it, and the more likely they are to get a byline somewhere, close to the front page. I don't know how much they hype it up. I'm not as anti-media. I'm not as anti-media as a lot of people. If it's news, the people have a right to know.
I think it does have an effect. I think it perhaps keeps it in the forefront because what we see every day and what's on our mind every day tends to become sometimes, I think, a part of who we are, and I don't think it helps.
Man, stop feeding them garbage on TV all the time, man. Give them something positive to do. The video things, and I'm not going to throw it all on gangster rap and none of that stuff like that, which everybody loves because it's easy to point the finger at something like that. But we just got to stop putting garbage out there as a whole, man, and, keep things in the closet where they're supposed to be. Some things just don't need to be portrayed all over the screen and all over the world for all the little impressionable little kids to see and grow up thinking they want it. Because when I was little, most kids want to be like Michael Jackson and stuff, huh? And not now. Everybody want to be Snoop Doggy Dogg, and they take that stuff literally, That's because their parents are not getting in there, walking them through this to understand it. It's just entertainment, that's all it is. It's not what you're supposed to be emulating.
The motherfuckers we got to look up to, either these motherfuckers running around here, and like the younger generation is banging now. Who they got to look up to? The motherfuckers they hear every day. Snoop Dogg. MC8.
What do you think about all
it's
that?
The music. They listen to that music. I ain't saying no, wait. I ain't saying that. You was living that same way. You was living that same lifestyle before that motherfucker ever made it. Nah, that
Cash
Take
rules
you on the
everything
national
around
joint.
me. Cream, get the money.
Here we go.
Dollar
Check
bill,
this shit.
yo.
Yeah, I grew up on the crime side, the New York crime side.
Most of the time when you check into the history of a violent situation, it comes from a deprived situation where there's been struggles as it relates to financial support, as well as lack of.
Cause ain't no money in the Northwest. You know what I'm saying? I don't see no money. From what I see, ain't no money up there.
I'd say a lot of it is the difference, the great span of difference between people who have things and people who don't have things. I think that combined with values that are not the old-fashioned respected values by people that look like us, we do not understand the level of frustration of the people who are out there with less than we have. When there isn't enough money, jobs, et cetera, to go around, people get scared. It's a self-protection kind of a thing.
They don't have shit to do. You don't have nothing to do. An idle mind is the devil's workshop. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got nothing to do, and you just sitting around on your ass with a gang of other motherfuckers, 10, 12 other motherfuckers that ain't doing shit but sitting on their ass, you gonna be all fucked up too. You know what I'm saying? You gonna go, fuck it, start jumping your head. This nigga look at me crazy. Bah! It's the money. It's money out here. And everybody wants to get more than what you got. Or if you get it, they don't want you to get it. They want to get it.
We don't have, there's nothing for the black, these black children out here. There's no, most of them not even wanted in the Job Corps because of their history where they did something stupid. My son tried to go to Job Corps. He tried to do everything. When my daughter was murdered, the first thing I just thought it was a whole bunch of friends coming over to see him, right, out of pity and stuff. Little did I know that there were different gangs coming to say, we'll take this person out. We'll do this to this person, for killing your sister. Because my daughter was very well known. Next thing I know, my son doesn't have a choice but to be in one of them. He didn't have a choice but to end up in one. Now he's not. And he's having a hard time staying away. The only thing we have thought about was if he moved out of town, which is really stupid because wherever you go now, they're everywhere. They need to make some programs for these kids. They need some programs. They need somewhere to go. They need somewhere to go. They don't have anywhere to go. So they get in a little group, and next thing you know, they're all in trouble. They don't have anything to do. There's nothing.
Some people that want to work and some people don't. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I want to work, but I can't get no job. If it was some more programs, some better programs for the people that's hanging out right here all day that's doing nothing, you know what I'm saying? There was some programs that they can get into that can help them. I think it'd be better out here, you know what I'm saying? There'd be little kids out here instead of, you know what I'm saying, adults, you know what I'm saying, working or whatever. There's nothing else for us to do. I mean, I'm not saying that, all we can do is just go out there and just commit violent acts. But, without no jobs, without no type of nothing, what are we supposed to do, Like I said, I myself, I am an example. I feel like that. I didn't try, I was incarcerated for 5 years, within the youth authority. I got out, I tried to get a job, it wasn't working. No one wanted to hire me. Why? I don't know. I had no skills, no experience. That's bullshit. Without no experience, no skills, I got to start somewhere. If no one wants to hire me, where am I supposed to get experience from, You know what I'm saying? If you looking at this every day, how you not gonna get programmed to this? You know what I'm saying? You looking at motherfuckers running up the street, busting old people, selling dope in the corner. You looking at people doing everything, you know what I'm saying? You like that shit, cause them motherfuckers coming by and coops on D's, hitting them and shit. You like that shit, you want some money. You want to do this shit, because this shit is good to you. Because that's all you notice. When Clinton came in, he said that he was gonna create all these jobs. Where are these jobs that he was talking about? They're not for me. But what's for me? All right, so what's for me?
Well, I know you can't wave your hand to solve the problem. Some way, somehow, through conversation, we've got to sit down with youth and talk to them about how this kind of violence is counterproductive. People won't live. I don't think they're that suicidal. I think they often carry a gun to protect themselves against somebody else carrying a gun. So I think what you have to talk about is sit down and say,
You know, this society will be better off if we attempt to solve these conflicts that we have in some of the ways. Conflict is inevitable in human relations. It happens in the home, it happens in business, and everywhere. But there are ways to resolve conflict. There are ways in which, by dialogue and by other means, that conflicts can be resolved. And I think we're just going to have to point out that we've got to reverse this.
I think we have to do a better job of talking to kids about these kinds of things earlier on in the pre-K and early primary years. I think we have to do a lot of stuff on conflict resolution maybe earlier on than we've done it in the past. Regardless of what your politics are, Republican, Democrat, liberal, or conservative, somehow we as a nation, not as a particular political party in power, but we've got to do something to reemphasize family values, I think. See, if schools are here, if public schools are here, and we want them to get here, I think we have a moral and ethical responsibility to do the best we can to raise them up. But if we want to get to here, we're probably only going to get to about here until we get some healing in families, because families are flying apart at a rapid pace.
I think there's no problem-solving skills. The problem solving now is getting a gun and shoot somebody. There's no sit down and try to work it out, discuss it, and try to come up with a viable solution. That's archaic now, unfortunately. We got away from the talking. In the talking, we just work out our problems, and then we shoot them up, bang, bang. Now, I took care of my attitude.
Yeah, mamas and daddies, you got to get in there. Walk your kids through everything. Get involved in everything they're doing. Don't sit there and judge them. You get in there and figure out why they like this, why they don't like that. And then he'll come to you when he got problems.
Yeah. You got to have somebody out there to talk to, to hear them out and stuff like that, because they ain't getting that at home. They're not getting that at home.
I would feel lack of role model in the home. Even in the community, they're kind of looking around like, where are the role models? Who do I go to? Who do I talk to? Role models play a major role in getting a child to change. And when we get that role model, and I don't really want to say role model, I would say mentor. Somebody who's willing to be there side by side, all the way from every step. Somebody that's willing to let their student or the youth cry on his shoulder and get this feeling that they've been dealing with for so long out. I think what people can do in the community is be a lending hand, just be a listening ear, and just be an open door. Just be there for them. I think right now the youth really kind of have the answers to a lot of the same questions that we're asking the adults. They really have the answers. And I think that would be your primary target, is to go and ask them, what would you do if you were in this situation? How would you handle it?
What we need is older homies like that. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was young, when I was out here running around down there tripping and shit, I would talk to the blood and he'd calm me down. You know what I'm saying? What we need is some of the older homies who either having their money or who just got their head on their shoulders. Because obviously they got it on their shoulders if they're older homies. You know what I'm saying? They made it this far. We need them blood to start fucking with the little homies more. You know what I'm saying? And start trying to do something with this time that we got right. That's what I want to get into, you know what I'm saying? Helping young people. Through my experience in my life, you know what I'm saying? I want to go and get that feedback back to them and let them know that they planning on getting in the gang is not the way to go. Because I done been through it, jailhouse and all that.
To be, as I said, a listening ear and have an open door for any youth in the community. And be like what we call around here in this community a Kool-Aid house. What a Kool-Aid house is, it's kind of like the youth have somewhere to just hang out and just talk about various issues that are affecting them. A lot of times they don't want to go into some institutional building to talk about something because it becomes another, here we go, I'm just another statistic, you just want to hear what I have to say. Now the doors are going to close and this is going to be the end of it. Whereas a Kool-Aid house, the kids can come there and they come in, they want to chill out, take the shoes off, relax, and just be who they normally are. And that's basically what it is. And right now I have done that, and as far as the future, we're going to have more of the Kool-Aid houses around. and the people who are committed to allowing other people's children who have problems into their home and building up a trust factor.
But it's not going to happen without some of us getting involved. There are too many of us sitting back, looking at other people and hoping for other people to solve the problem. It's going to take us as a society to get involved, and get involved means a lot of different things. That means sitting down with the youth. That means mentoring the youth. That means getting involved in community activities. That means getting involved with churches. That means getting involved in schools and curriculum. That means a lot of different things. So whatever, and it's all subjective. You have to find whatever is out there for you that can assist in steering these youth back in the right direction, along with corporate America. They have to look at finding or creating some jobs for these kids, and if they don't, they're on a one-way street to destruction.
It's definitely gonna have to start with the individual. Everybody has to care, man. People have to stop being like real desensitized when they see something like somebody just got shot. We gotta start acting like it is a big deal, and not like, oh, this guy just got shot. You know, it has to be something big, like, damn, I can't believe that just happened, you know? When we get back to those days when it is a big deal, then it's not as easy for the person who's doing these things to do it.
Okay, like right now, you have a lot of people right now that are scared to go in certain parts of the city. They live in Pasadena, and they're scared to go over past Lake Street, you know, White. Scared to go past a certain area because they heard it was a bad. Forget hearing things. You know what I'm saying? Come and see for yourself. You know, come see for yourself. No matter what color you are, what religion, you can come out into the community and you can always help. Don't worry about it's a black neighborhood. You can't help because they're going to look at you a certain way. Once they build a certain trust for you, they're going to let you in. And they're going to trust you a lot, and you're going to be able to do a lot for you.
I think it's, as I said, I think it's something that we all need to work together as a whole community. It's not just my job or the parents' job. Or maybe it is, but it's not happening. So what do? Just let our kids go completely astray because someone's not doing it? I think as human beings, it's all of our job, and we have to play an important role in it if we're going to make a difference, because we got a lot of work to do.
It's always got to be individual. You got to start with the one person. You got to start with you. You got to start with you, and you and so on.
All back. I'm leading chill from 93 till. Yeah, this is how we chill from 93 till. 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 My black Timbs do me well.
All I see the future, man. I don't even picture myself looking for the future though. I just take, like I said, I take day by day, trying to survive. I ain't gonna lie to you, you know. I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I can't lie to you, cause I know my people did a lot of dirt. You know what I'm saying? And that jeopardized my life. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And it's like I don't even look for the future no more. When I was younger, yeah, I looked for the future, right? I want the future to be there. I just take my day by day.
I do. I have a very optimistic view. I think wherever there's life, there's hope.
I think it can be stopped. If we get enough support from people, we've lost so many children in Pasadena and Altadena alone. It's unbelievable. It's like a little LA. I mean, that's what it's turned out to be. I think we can stop it. I have high hope that our future holds, that my babies, when I say my babies, I'm talking about all the children, my neighbors, my Latino neighbors, my white neighbors down the street. I think we have a good chance of stopping. I think the future holds good for us and for our children.
You still got a future? Do I still got a future? Hell yeah. I got a hell of a future. You know what I'm saying? Because for the self. How do you see the future? How do I see my own future? How do I see my own future? 5 years from now, though. 5 years from now, I see myself, man, my kids will be a little bit older.
I'm going to still be there for my kids. I'm not going to be writing them for no penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be out here struggling, working hard every day for them. I ain't even doing shit for myself no more. A couple years ago, everything was for me. I was selling dope for me, doing this for me. But now, I got to do it for them. And raise them, that's part of our solution. Our kids, because we all got kids.
Hell yeah, that's the only thing that motherfucker feel good
right
in the morning when he wake up and look at his
Because
brother and be like,
our
damn, this is my junior right here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, if I was given the opportunity to get away from it, I'd be the first one to fly. You know what I'm saying?
If I had a good opportunity,
I tell you
I
like
ain't finna
this.
go nowhere
I
and
love
be
my
struggling
homies.
where I can struggle right here in my own place.
I love my homies to the heart. I'm from PDL, I'm a blood. My name is Hitman. This is where I grew up. I'm down with the fullest. But I can't go on like this, so it ain't no future in this for me.
They claim that I'm violent just cause I refuse to be silent. These hypocrites are having bitch cause I'm not buying it, defying it. Envious because I won't rebel against any oppressor. And this is known as self-defense. I show no mercy. They claim that I'm the lunatic. But when this shit gets thick, I'm the one you're going to get. Don't look confused. The truth is so plain to see. Cause I'm the nigga that you sell out all the same to be. In every Jeep and every car, brother, saw this. I'm never ignorant. Getting goals accomplished. The underground railroad on and up rise. This time the troops getting told, heard enough live. I told the fight back, attack for society. If this is violence, then violence what I gotta be. If you investigate, you'll find out where it's coming from. Look through our history, America's the violent one. Unlike my brain, break the chains of your misery. This time to pay back for evil shit you did to me. They call me militant, racist cause I will resist. You wanna send to something?